What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Talk Talk Podcast. We're your hosts, Emma and Hannah, and we are here with your Mexican GP recap. My initial thoughts are we must one day get to this race because it seemed like so much fun.
I'm obsessed with this race. I also didn't realize how much of a higher altitude it was. Like all of the posts about it, it's literally
Yeah,
like I just think that's just such a cool little fact about it is that it's the highest altitude race on the calendar, which does affect everything.
downforce.
Everything. Yeah. Um yeah, and I love this race. And I love it every year. I loved it even more this year. 10 out of 10. TLDR. I thought we were going to get an Ollie Behrman podium.
I also thought we were gonna get an Ollie Behrman podium, and he had me for a second thinking, would I rather have that or Charles? But my loyalty stands true to Charles. But that would have been really freaking cool, and even fourth is really freaking cool.
Like, I mean, insane for Ollie Behrman. Like, I love, I love one of those like through goes Hamilton moments, but it
Yeah.
was literally that was what it was with Ollie Behrman. It was like
Yeah.
through goes Behrman because everyone else was fighting. And I was explaining this to Devin, who doesn't really watch F1, but I was like, look, when there are cars behind you or in front of you or whatever that are battling for a position, you immediately have such an advantage because you're not wasting time and like your resources, battery power on fighting or defending. Like you can just go. And so
Yeah.
like there was one point when Ollie was ahead and like Russell was behind him, but then it was like I don't know who was behind Russell, I can't remember, but like Russell had to stop from attacking to go on the defense, and I was like, Ollie's in the clear, like we're good at this point. This is perfect. So I would have loved to see a podium. I would have loved to see it at like instead of Charles. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm sorry to say that. I think I would have loved that. Or instead of Max, like I guess Max is the one that got third place, but yeah, I mean, I honestly would have taken an Ollie Behrman. I'm sorry, I would have taken an Ollie Behrman podium over like a Lewis Hamilton podium as well. Like maybe that's a hot take, but how sick would that have been to get another rookie on the podium?
I think Ollie will have his time. Like, he is such a talented driver. He's so young. The car he's in is terrible, horrible. Although it's not as bad as the Alpine. And it's not as bad as Haas has been in recent years, but it's still like I can't wait to see what he can do with like a top performing car because
Yeah.
inevitably Ollie Behrman will end up in a top performing car one day.
Well, and to see what he could do in the Haas this weekend defending against George Russell, like
Yeah.
he was keeping George behind him for a hot minute, and like same with Max, and like
Yeah.
he was really holding his own against literally world champion. Like George Russell's not a world champion, but like Lewis Hamilton was up there for a minute too. Like, and he was in a Haas. You know what I mean?
Literally watching Max fight Ollie Behrman, I was like, where are we?
What's
What,
when
what in the altitude happened for this to happen?
I don't know. And it's funny because we both posted that on the Track Talk story, pretty much the
Yeah.
exact same thing, being like, what are we watching right now? What are we
Yeah.
watching?
Because those first six, 7 laps were wild. Like, best start to a race this season for sure. Like, sustained start. I obviously, I'm like Team Max, 5 times world driver champion. So, like, I really wanted him to have a better start than he did. And you know who also had a really poor start was Oscar.
Oscar, has he given up?
I I don't think he's given up, but I'm wondering if the pressure is getting to him.
I don't know. I think he's kind of given up,
I don't
which
think
is
you want to say that.
I'm gonna say it. I don't care. This isn't the Oscar that we know that we've seen for like the first like 3 quarters of the season. Oscar is someone who knows how to fight, to race and overtake and battle for positions. It'd be different if like I remember when Max was always dominating, and then we put him side by side with a different car, and we're like, Max doesn't know how to race. He just knows how to go and like be fast. And like we had those conversations where it almost felt like Max didn't know what to do in the position where he was actually fighting for a position. Whereas we've seen Oscar fight for positions before, so we know he can do it, and he has done it. He's started he started further back before and like still always managed to finish like in the top 10 for most of the season. And even last year, like he was still dominating, maybe not obviously winning as many races, but he knew how to race. And like these last few races, yeah, we can blame half of it on McLaren itself or just being McLaren. But like, what are we seeing from Oscar?
Okay, I think you're jumping the gun because last
Probably. I
week
do that.
we talked because last week we talked about how the McLarens did not have practice time.
Yeah.
They didn't. They were both out. They had one practice session. They were out in the sprint. They had to do car damage control in the car, and then qualifying, and that was essentially it. So like they didn't get the practice
Mm-hmm.
in race trim to figure out where they were going to be or how they could fight. So like I think we have to like, and then before that Baku where he DNF'd. Like I
It
think that
was
it's
no, it was
series.
Singapore before that, where he finished fourth, which was
Okay.
great, but still a few seconds off from Lando. And then yeah, in Baku when he let's see, Baku DNF'd.
So I think it's okay. It's okay. You can get ahead of yourself. You can get ahead of yourself, but I think it's more of just like a series of unfortunate events right now, which we also saw with Lando last year when he was getting to this point in the season and he was leading the championship or like was rivaling
Fighting.
Max or
Yeah.
whatever, fighting for against Max, and he had a legit shot. I think it's just like Baku driver error for sure. The sprint, you guys can figure that out. I'm not touching that
I
to
don't
the 10-foot
I
pole.
don't think the sprint I mean the sprint wasn't either of their fault. It was
I
Hulkenberg's.
don't think so either. I don't think so either, but some McLaren
Unfortunate.
certain driver fans think otherwise. Um, I just think it's unfortunate right now for Ollie and
For Ollie.
for Oscar, sorry. And those are two like okay, sorry. Those are two dog names. I have friends with like Ollies and I have friends with Oscars. Actually, multiple friends with both of those.
Interesting.
So they sound similar in my head. I'm so sorry. Like that's not insulting at all. It's just like I have friends with both of those
I
dogs'
mean, we could
names.
include Max in there. That's a dog name.
Totally. Oh my God, Max, a total dog name.
That's also
Yes.
my brother's name.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of my stepbrothers. His name is Max.
I'm trying to think if there's
But
any
but
others.
that's a dog name.
No, you're right.
Like if you were to Google, and we're not saying this to be mean. If you were to Google top 100 dog names, Max would be on there, Ollie would be on there, Oscar would be on there. I don't even know what I'm. I don't. I think that might be it for the Jack
I think
would be on there.
Jack, well, he's gone, but
Well, he's
yeah.
still in the paddock all the time, but like I think that might be it. I don't.
Wait, this needs to be
I wouldn't say.
George.
I don't know. George. Kimmy, Isaac, Carlos. No.
I don't know about Louis, but Louis for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a few dog names on. We're not saying this to be mean. They're
On
just
this podcast. No, it's not mean. It's just like objective. Like you said, if you looked up and also Ollie and Oscar kind of sound the same. Anyways, I just think Oscar has had a couple unfortunate situations, and as those build up, it's harder to build your like resilience.
Oh, you're
Like
right. And I think you're right. I think I did get ahead of myself. We have seen Lando where it's happened to him where he's just in his head. And
yeah,
you're right. That is probably what's happening to Oscar right now. But like this isn't the Oscar that we've been seeing. So like that's why I'm just like,
yeah,
what is going on right now? Like
yeah. No, you're right.
mm,
You're
Lando
right.
had an incredible start.
And as of this weekend, he is the leader in the World Driver Championship.
How do you feel about that?
I really want Max to get it.
Yeah, I think I'm at the point now too where I want Max to get the world championship. And
I was feeling that from you last week.
I love McLaren and I am a Lando fan, but I think I'm just like, no, you don't deserve it. Like there's been too much going on where I'm like, you guys, I think almost like one of them expected at this point, and like maybe that's why they're like letting the small things get to them or like kind of slipping up a little bit because they're just at that point they'll be like, oh, we've been leading this whole time, like we'll get the championship, which they did with the constructors. But like now we see Max and he's actually trying. Not that he hasn't been trying this whole season, but he's like, no, 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 this fight's not over. That I'm almost like, nah, I want this redemption story more than I want either of these McLaren drivers to be handed a trophy for whatever shit show we've just watched this whole season. Do you know what I mean?
That's, I think, what it is for me is like, I think I've talked about it. Like, I think Max is a great in F1, and I want him to be remembered as one of the greats, like
Mm.
Mount Rushmore of F1 drivers. And I think that four, fantastic, absolutely. I'm not taking that away from him at all. I think five solidifies him there as well,
Mm.
with Lewis and Michael Schumacher. So like, I want that for him.
Yeah.
Also, the comeback fight though, like that story, on top of everything that Max has done over the past 4 seasons where he's been the driver's champion, I just want that story because everyone talked shit about when he won it with like 7 races or 8 races left in the
Mm-hmm.
season in 2022 because he was just so good. Now I want him to win it when people thought he was down and out,
Mm-hmm.
you
Well,
know?
and people think that he was handed it because of how good the car was. And I'll
Right.
admit, I was one of those people who was like, it's not him, it's the car. But now I'm sitting back watching the season. And I'm like, nah, it's Max Verstappen. Like it's him. He's an incredible driver.
He's
So
him.
he's him. Max
Yeah.
Verstappen, you are him. So I'm
Yeah.
almost like I would rather support that and like his actual redemption fight for the championship um than Oscar Orlando right now. And listen, I can
I
you can jump ship, you can switch sides, you don't like I right now I'm struggling being a Lance fan, so I don't want to talk about him at all. Um, but like we've said this before, like weeks ago or maybe last season, who knows? But like your favorite driver can change. Like you can change your mind. But I will always love Lance. He's just fucking whatever right now.
Yeah. I mean, he saved his little issue on track. He was able to keep himself out of the barriers and get
Thank
back
God.
out there.
I know. Thank God.
And it's funny when they're like, "Is that the Aston Martin of?" Oh, it must be Lance Stroll. It's
that
like
that
it's
literally happened right as Devin came to like watch, like join me with the race. He's like, "Oh, that's not surprising." And I was like, "Shut up and sit down. Like if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Thank
yeah,
you."
that's super fair.
But it was really
That's
embarrassing for me as a Lance Stroll fan for it to be like right at that time. It was, oh, that's Lance Stroll. It's cool. It's fine. Maybe next year. I'm very hopeful with next year with Adrian Newey with the new regulations. It'll be better. But we can
I
talk
hear you.
about that next year. I
Yeah, I'm like, well,
think I said that
well,
last year too, so it's fine.
we shall see. Yeah. But just overall, really entertaining race weekend. Qualifying was entertaining. I was like, I couldn't believe that Oscar, like Lando, he came out of nowhere and he was just putting up purple sector
I
after
know.
purple sector. And I was like, oh my God, he's going to take pole. I thought Charles had it. I thought Max had it. I thought Oscar had it. And then I was like, oh my God, Charles is going to do it again because he's already had pole there twice. I'm like, it's going to happen for him again. And then Lando goes purple the entire way through and puts it on pole with a fantastic lap. He
Out
deserved
of
pole.
and he was shocked at it too. Like he's like, I don't know where that came from. So I don't know what's in the air in Mexico, but I want to be there next season.
Oh my God, I want to go. I really, really want to go.
Mm,
Actually,
yeah.
I really want
I
to get to Vegas.
I also do want to get to Vegas. But there are two points of the race where I've seen some like discourse online. One of them being Carlos when he had to retire, and people were wondering like, why did they bring out a virtual safety car for that? His car was on fire, and like he wasn't behind the barrier when
Yeah.
he got out of the car. So for safety reasons,
Yeah.
they had to bring out a
Yeah.
safety car. I was so worried that the race was going to end under those conditions, but
Me
thankfully
too.
it didn't. Thank God it didn't. I'm like, we're about to go into the stadium or into the not stadium. What's Canada Life Center called? Is that a stadium? That's not a stadium.
No, it's called the arena.
Arena. Thank you. We were about to go into the arena to watch Jets game, and I was like, we can't leave yet. Like we need to finish the race, and that like I was hooked. But I would have cried if it ended under a safety car or like yellow flag because that's just not fun. You know what I mean? But the second point,
Yeah.
people are wondering why Lewis got a 10-second penalty for I mean, there was a lot of chaos that happened within those first like 7, 8 laps, like you said, but Lewis got a penalty because even though a lot of these drivers at different points in those first few laps were off the track, going through the grass, re-entering this everything, like it was chaotic. Lewis, when in his fight with Max, so like before it was at this point when Ollie Behrman managed to get ahead, but in this fight with Max, Lewis was quote unquote pushed off the track, but he didn't re-enter in the designated area, and it was like an unsafe entry, which is why he was given the 10-second penalty. That's where that comes from. I just want to clear that up for
Yeah, I
anyone
mean, I'm
confused.
people. I was confused too because it's that everybody went off the track and re-entered and didn't get a time penalty. So I was confused too. Thanks for clearing that up. It was
Gotcha.
just a really bizarre first corner, actually.
So much
Like
fun.
no crashes, just like
No.
nobody on track.
Yeah, it was 4 wide at one point, and we're like, what's going? This doesn't happen. This is bad. This is going to end bad. I truly thought it was going to end horribly, but everyone survived. I mean, obviously everyone survived, but like, do you know what I mean? Like, there were no crashes. There were like, it was beautiful. It was just scary. It was amazing. And also, screw George Russell. When he was complaining about like
I'm a
Max's,
McLaren at my arse.
well, that, but also like when he was like, that was unfair with Max. Like he re-entered and got an unfair like gained an unfair advantage, blah blah blah. But then you watch the replay and you're like, buddy, he was way ahead of you before going off track and then re-entering the track. There was no unfair advantage there. Shut up. Like I
I mean,
at
it
that
was
point,
so obvious that Max was off the track that if there was any inkling that George Russell would have been ahead of Max, he would have been forced to give the place back, and he wasn't. So, like,
no, but
George.
I was just like, where is this coming from? Like, are we watching the same driver right now? Because
Yeah.
he was already way ahead of you because you
Yeah.
had a bad start. Like
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah. And then there's a McLaren on my ass. That made me laugh. That was funny.
George just sometimes I'm like, sometimes I love him and I think he's hilarious and
Yeah.
like iconic and just the best. And then sometimes I'm like, George, shut the fuck up. And
What?
I don't know if I want to say what I was gonna say, but I actually feel like that's how he would be as a boyfriend, is what I was gonna say. Is like the
I
type of guy that
mean,
like you're like most of the time I really enjoy your company and I think that you're super cool, but sometimes I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude.
because there's just like there's comments that he'll make where I'm like, this is irrelevant, uncalled for, and you're wrong. Like I same. I like George Russell for the most part, especially
Me
off the
too.
track. Like he's great, but there's just moments sometimes in a few races, like every
Yeah.
now and then we'll be reminded of like, oh no, never mind. He needs to
He's good for
just
like 3 races a year where he totally crashes out over the radio, creates the most iconic radio messages, and then just like goes silent and dark for the next 6 races.
yeah, amazing.
I love that for
And we got that radio message this time. There's a McLaren at my ass. Like,
him.
all
At
right.
my arse, excuse
Oh,
me.
sorry, there's a McLaren at my arse. Like we do love him. We do. We just want him to stop talking sometimes. And that's
I
okay.
actually love him more than the average person does. Because Lex has become a huge George fan, and I'm like with her. I'm like, no, you're right.
I don't think I could ever be like a crazy George Russell fan. Not, and I don't mean crazy as in like crazy, but like he wouldn't be one
Like,
of my number one drivers that I support. But he has his moments where I'm like, yeah, you deserve this. This like you deserve that win, not like you deserve something bad. I don't mean it like that. Not
yeah.
making any sense right now. But like I
Well, I
do
get it.
like him. I do like him.
Because even his beefs are funny. Like,
I know.
remember last year when him and Max were beefing and then they couldn't sit beside each other at the restaurant? Like, even his
So
beefs are
just
just
iconic.
I saw some really cute videos of Lando and Maggie this weekend, and I was like, you know what? Like, I really enjoy it, actually, this side of Lando.
It's cute. And like, because it's boyfriend Lando. And we haven't got boyfriend Lando in a few years, honestly, truthfully.
Since Louisa and like Maggie's been around, but they just don't have that same like level of PDA. Also,
What?
People think that Kika and Pierre broke up. But then she posted watching the race from home this past weekend, seemingly to like shut down the rumors, but there was like legit discourse online about people thinking that Kika and Pierre are not together anymore.
I don't believe it. No,
No, I don't either.
I
And then
don't
she
believe it.
posted like that she was watching the race, and I don't know if that was maybe just to throw people off the scent, but like I
Mhm.
believe they're still together. So
I believe they're still together. And like she probably posted that because she heard those rumors or like wanted to
totally.
clear things up. I would do that too. Like, and
I would
also
also.
she's a model. She's got her own things going on. She can't be expected to go to every single race, even though she has been to a lot, and a lot of the WAGs do. We can't just jump to conclusions if they're not at one of the races. Like we got to chill. It's okay.
Yeah, that does happen. No, but then thinking back, like I don't think I can't remember last time. Ooh, I don't pay a lot of attention to the WEG pages anymore. I
She was
haven't,
in Singapore, wasn't she?
years. I don't remember when she was there last. I don't think it was just this weekend, but um anyways, yes, no, you guys, as someone who like
Mm.
does not post my partner and we've been together for like 8 years and sometimes people that I haven't seen in a while are still like, "Hey, are you guys still together?" And I have to be like, "Yeah, I just like don't post it." Like,
She posted him October 19th. We're fine, guys.
oh my gosh, you guys,
We're
why are
guys,
people freaking
guys, we're
out over
fine.
this?
We're so fine.
Ugh,
So dramatic.
so dramatic.
Wow. I mean, I get it. I'm there. Yeah, Maggie and Lando. I kind of I'm not gonna say I love it, but like there are moments where I'm like, this is really cute. Like, yeah, like I see it. Like this is cute. Don't love the allegations from her and her past relationship and like all that drama from there. We're not gonna get into it. You can Google it if you want. But like, hey man, if Lando's happy and it's seemingly not affecting his race in a negative way, I'll go for, by all means, you know? Like I love it.
They've
I'm
been
here for it.
together for a long time at this point. Like
Yeah.
whether it was public or not, like people know
Mm-hmm.
they've been together for a while. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, but we're closing out this season. Like it's literally end of October. Halloween is this week. Your birthday is this week.
In 2 days.
Is in 2 days.
Well, by the time this episode comes out, it will be tomorrow.
Yes.
But wish me happy birthday. I
So
swear to
better
fucking
wish
God.
her a happy birthday.
Thank you in advance. How many races we got left? We have Brazil next, and I'm really hoping for Lewis Hamilton good performance race at Brazil. Like that is his
Podium. Let's go. Let's
second
go so
home
far as to
race.
say
Let's go.
podium.
Brazil, Vegas, Qatar, Abu Dhabi. We have 4 races left. That's insane. How have we already had 20 races? Where does this
I know.
season go?
I know. No, honestly, I'm with you.
Wild. And then it's December 7th, and then nothing after that. And then we wait a few months, and then we get a new season of DTS, and then IndyCar is back as well. And next thing we know, it's we're back in this position, and it's December 2026. Like the season just goes by so fast when you really think about it. Like whenever we go to record, I'm like, oh frick, has it been a week already? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. I mean, time flies when you're having fun. And I like the circle motorsports is like I do find it sometimes to be a hard sport to be invested in because it goes for so long. Like pretty much the entire year is the F1 season from literally February, end of February, beginning of March to December.
Mhm.
But at the same time, there's always breaks in there and whatnot. But I wish the drivers had more of an off season, to be honest,
Yeah.
because they are the ones that when they're on break in season, they're still working. So I wish that their off season was a little longer for them.
But I wish
But
IndyCar's off season was a bit shorter
I agree. And then
because
I
I
wish
feel like
IndyCars
it's
was
too
shorter.
long.
I agree. So, you know,
Speaking of
but
IndyCar, Pato was in Mexico this weekend. He
we
took,
knew it.
yeah, of course we did. Obviously, he was going to be there. Took place in FP1, which we loved. We love to see. But I want to share something that it was all about Indy racing on Instagram. They posted this, and I just like okay. So I'm not. I love Pato. I want to say that right now. I love him. This isn't me doing a dig at him, but where is this from? Like, so it was credited from Pato, like he said this. Driver Pato Award described IndyCar series as quote, more of a driver's championship compared to Formula One, which he called a manufacturer's championship. He admitted Formula One has more sexiness, but praised IndyCar for sticking to its roots of a race car drivers driving race cars. And the caption is like, Pato Award praises IndyCar raw appeal over Formula One's glitz. But I'm like, this is not a new opinion. Do you know what I mean? Like, F1 is a manufacturer's competition. IndyCar is more of a driver's competition. Like, this isn't like, I just feel like this post like this, I'm just like, what's the point here? Because what are you trying to, like, we know, like, this isn't breaking news. Like,
But
know
you're not
this.
the target audience. You're not the target audience.
Who
And
is?
when he goes to Mexico and he participates in FP1, there's so many more eyes on Pato, and he obviously is given a platform because he's a Mexican driver, people love him, and he has been one of those drivers, probably the biggest driver to like transcend between Indy racing and Formula One. Colton Herta now too, but Pato just has a bigger name and bigger following. So that quote, I think, is for the F1 fan, the typical F1 fan to like and I'm sure he's asked all about like the differences between
Mm-hmm.
the racing series. It's just like I think it's just like a routine journalist like question of like explain to us the difference between racing in IndyCar, racing in Formula One, and like how you see the championships or like compare them or like put them into perspective for the Formula One fan. And I think that he's doing a really good job of trying to like praise IndyCar because you're right. That's not a new opinion. You're absolutely right. But we as IndyCar fans know that. And I think he's just trying to like put the word out there. Like you guys think this is the best racing in the world. Let me show you what a driver's championship looks like because this can be more of a manufacturer's. So I don't think it's like he had a hot take and this was like his like that's what you should take away from the weekend. I think it's like Pato did a lot of media. Questions run out. We know this. And like things are going to get clipped. And of course, like an all about Indy racing is going to post whatever Pato says from
Mm-hmm.
Formula One about IndyCar, right?
Okay, that's so fair. And I thank you for breaking it down and giving me that side of it because I was just like, what am I reading right now? Like, no shit. But you're right. It's not for me. It's for the F1 fans that he's speaking to. You're so right. Thank you. I
You and
appreciate
I have these moments every now and then where, and we've talked about this before, you come in with like a
I'm
hot
like,
opinion,
I come in hot and I'm like, this doesn't make sense. What's
a
going
lot of
on?
anger.
And you're like, let's back up. Let's
Yeah.
let's dissect this a little bit and let's take a breath. And
And
then you go,
usually you're like,
you're right.
yeah,
That's a
right.
good point. You're right. I can't disagree with that because I
There has
see
to be one of
the thing
each.
is I see it on my Instagram and I'm like, this is for me. And it's not, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
But I get it. It's
I mean, like it's Colton Herta too, and F2 is going to be asked about
mm-hmm.
the difference between North American racing and the European circuit all season. And every single time he says something about IndyCar, IndyCar media, North American motorsport media is going to clip it because it's just a way to bridge that gap between the European series and the North American series. So it's just like par for the course. And also Pato is such a big name, like anything he says is getting clipped.
That's fair. I wish I was there this weekend to
Yeah.
to watch. We'll go to Mexico next year. How about that?
You know what? George watching Fred Vesti in his car when he went to the grandstand seats was iconic. Going back to George Russell, iconic.
So good. Okay, that was a moment where we're like, yes, I love George Russell. He just put the mask on. Like, and his caption was
And
like,
he's like,
they didn't care who
yeah.
I was until I put the mask on or something like that. Like, George, shut the fuck up. Like, what do you
Well, I
I
thought it
mean,
was cute how he was like, I haven't been able to watch a Formula One race
yeah,
from the grandstands in how many years? I thought that was cute.
and do you think he said something to the fans before leaving, or do you think he just like left like in that
What do you
area? Like,
like? You think nobody knew it was him?
yeah. Do you think anyone in that area knew it was him or no? Like it did, I don't think
Yeah.
really, I don't think so. I'm sorry, my eyes watering.
Well,
It does this.
I don't know. I guess I think he's like a very
If he
dis
said if he said anything and like you just happened to
yes.
be listening, you would have clocked it as George Russell. He's got a very
Imagine he pulls
distinct
out a
voice.
crikey.
You're in Mexico. Like
Yeah.
Pulls out this
Yeah.
British accent.
I
Yeah,
don't
well
think
done,
George
sir.
is fooling anybody, to be fair, but I thought that was cute and iconic of him to do.
I'm sorry, my eyes watering.
Fuck, imagine Lewis Hamilton walks into a grandstand. Oh
No,
my,
like
could never
no,
happen.
could never happen. But I will say that can't. I'm this is a bad time for my eye to be watering because this is a
Yeah,
funny
I'm like,
story.
are you? Oh my gosh, this is like Nolan Siegel all over again.
My eyes always water. It's hereditary. Um, this was like such a like a fan fiction moment, if you know what I mean, because like he's like I can see the girlies already at work writing a little one shot about this. George Russell going to the stand during FP1 in Mexico while Fred takes a spot in the car. And then there's a girl that just so happens to be sitting beside him and they strike up a conversation. And you know what I mean? Like that was such a like a fan fiction moment. And I was like here for it. Because in my when I was like 13, that's all I wanted was for like someone from One Direction to just come be in the stand, So that's all. That I'm not going anywhere with this, but that's what came to mind.
No, I'm just laughing because, like, no, you're right. My brain just would never go there. Your brain brings me there, you
My
know?
brain is always like, how can we turn this into fan fiction all the time?
Yes.
I
Yes, that is something I appreciate about you.
or like romanticize it, or like I
Romanticizing
see
it.
everything as a fun little romance movie. You
Yeah,
know,
you get
it's
it.
so fun. Anyway, maybe I'll write it. I won't write it. I don't have time for that. Um. Okay. When is Brazil? When's happening? When's that happening? That's not this weekend. It's next weekend. Hey.
I'm pretty sure.
Da-da-da. November 7th to 9th. So not this weekend, next weekend.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks off. We have Vegas. And then it's a triple header for like the rest for Vegas, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi. What a way to end it,
What a way to end it.
right? I'm not wrong. Am I making that up? 22, 30. Oh yeah, I'm right. I love Formula One. Okay, so who do you think is going to win the championship?
Max, still.
Okay.
You think Lando now?
I don't know.
I
I
don't know either. My answer is more of a manifestation, to be honest.
That's fair. I want Max to win the championship. I think I I don't know because we're it's a 1 point difference between Lando and Oscar. Max is right there behind. Like it, I if you were to ask me like 3 races ago, I'd say confidently Oscar, but now I just don't know. And I
Oh
love it
yeah.
because like no one knows. It's so fun.
Nobody knows.
We
Things
don't
change just literally every day.
Yeah. And for new fans that have just gotten into F1 within the last few years, like we haven't seen this. Like we haven't seen that championship battle all the way to the end, you know?
Yeah.
And like now we're
Yeah.
getting it for the first time since like 2021.
Well, last year was closer.
Yeah. But I think everyone kind of knew it was going to go to Max. Like
Yeah.
Max had more of a shot, you know?
Well, I think you were thinking Lando at the end of the year.
I was hoping for Lando, like, but now I am hoping for Max. Isn't that wild?
I was just supposed to, isn't that wild?
Isn't that wild? Oh, how the turntables.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anything else to add?
About Formula One, no. About IndyCar, no. Um, the NASCAR championship wraps up on, I have it here, this weekend,
It's
the
the last
second.
race this weekend?
Yeah,
No way.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. So that is what I'll be watching this weekend. Also, it's girls' weekend here this weekend, so there likely won't be a lot of motorsports watching, but I'm gonna try.
Is it actually the last race?
Yeah, yeah.
Weekend. Holy. Okay. Damn. Okay, I'll watch that this weekend. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
do. Why not?
perfect. Um,
Wow.
I was just watching a shit ton of baseball, you guys.
Yeah. How many innings was it yesterday? What the heck?
18.
That's insane.
So for those of you who don't know, for Emma, there's 9 innings in a game.
I know that. I know
Okay.
that.
9 innings. They played 2 full games last night, and it wasn't like overtime was over like extra innings was like super exciting. Like they'd score, they'd score, they'd score. There was no scores. Nothing. No hits, no scores, nothing. I work early in the mornings, and I was like, it was like 10:45, and I was like, I gotta go to bed soon. And then it was 11:30, and I was like, I actually have to go to
Gotta
bed
go to bed.
now. It's the top of the 13th inning and I have to go to bed. So I texted Cam and I said, if you're staying up and watching, text me or like alert me if the Jays win. I want
Mhm.
to know. He didn't text me till 2:30 in the morning saying, I'm going to bed. The 18th inning or 1:30. I'm going to bed. The 18th inning is starting. I can't do this anymore. I'm like, so fair. Literally so fair. I could not believe it. 18 innings is
Yeah.
crazy. I'm pretty sure the game was 7 hours.
Okay, but imagine being there though. Like that would be quite an experience.
You know what's even crazier? Being there, yes. No, not even yeah, yeah, you know what? Even crazier. Being there would have been crazy. The Rogers Center in Toronto was like have been hosting, I think, watch parties.
Oh
So
yeah.
like you go to like we do it in Winnipeg with
Mhm.
when the Jets are playing, where like the game is on the screen and people are in the Rogers Center watching. The game wasn't even there and people stayed there for 7 hours.
Yeah. I mean,
That's dedication.
yeah, but like because okay, so I know. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I might be wrong. But when you're in the Stanley Cup playoffs, like they typically it would go into like two periods of overtime and then go into a shootout, right? Or something like that. But in the playoffs, it just is automatically overtime, or am I wrong?
So no, you're right. So when you're in the regular NHL season, you do 5 minutes of 3-on-3 overtime, and if nobody scores in that time, then you go to shootout. They do not do shootouts in playoffs.
Okay,
So
right? So it just
but you also don't do 3-on-3. You just keep going. You go 5-on-5. It's like another period of hockey for 20 minutes until someone scores. The longest hockey game I've watched was 5 periods. So that's
an
five
extra,
overtimes.
yeah.
5 overtimes. That's 8 periods. 5 overtimes. That was insane. That was a few years back, Columbus and Tampa Bay. And the problem with those games, like for the teams, is like it's so much worse to lose in that way. Like you almost just want to lose before that because to go for 7 hours,
Mhm.
18 innings, you're fucking exhausted. And they play again in 45 minutes when we're recording. They play again tonight and
That's
again tomorrow.
insane. They already played two games yesterday. Like that's insane.
Which I will say, baseball is a sport that is well equipped for that. Their teams are massive
Mhm.
to because during the regular season of baseball, they do double headers. Well, they'll where they will play 2 games in one day. That's like fairly normal. But having knowing that you're going to play 2 games in one day, having your pitching, your starting pitching set up, your rotation, you want to make sure that you're like rotating your batters in and out, who's playing in the infield, who's pitching how many innings. That's all pre-prepared for those situations.
Mhm.
For this situation, I'm pretty sure that I was listening to the radio when I was in bed, and I'm pretty sure because I was in and out of sleep. I've been sleeping like shit, you guys. I'm pretty sure before the 17th inning, the Dodgers said, and this is like my subconscious picked this up because I don't remember actually hearing this, that the Dodgers said that they will not have a pitcher pitch the 18th. Like they will have someone like a position player pitch because the other thing you have to consider in baseball, which people maybe know or don't know, and I don't know if you know, is that there is a pitch limit to save pitchers' arms because as you know, with
Wow.
my
Yeah.
man's Cam, he had Tommy John surgery. That is extremely, extremely common for pitchers just based on the movements and how fast you're throwing the ball.
Damn.
MLB has a pitch limit. Every baseball league has a pitch limit. You cannot pitch more than this many because you need to rest your arm.
Mhm.
It's for like safety reasons. So that's the other thing is you have to consider that during this game. How many pitches is each pitcher throwing?
Jesus Christ.
There's a lot to consider.
Yeah, I don't have time to get into another sport, but I will put it on tonight. Like it'll be on while I edit. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
good, good.
I think that's it.
It's your birthday this week. What are you doing?
Devin's taking me out for dinner tomorrow. I mean, my birthday,
Fine.
not tomorrow. I mean, I guess tomorrow by the time you listen. Halloween party on the Friday. Can't wait.
Nice.
And then Olive Garden on Sunday.
Are you hosting the Halloween party?
Devin is like me and Devin at
Devin
his
is.
place.
Okay.
So
And can you tell the people about your costume saga?
Jesus fucking Christ. We were planning on going as Jesse and Walter, like from Breaking Bad, right? He already had a yellow hazmat suit and he was gonna shave his beard to like have the same facial hair as Walter White. And I just had to get a yellow hazmat suit and I ordered on Amazon with plenty of time. And like this was for last weekend's party. I get the Amazon order delivered. I open it up. It is a couple's costume of peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter and jelly, Hannah.
Insert the photo here.
Oh my God. I have never been so frustrated in my entire life because I was like that I love Halloween. And here's the thing. I was already pretty pissed off because I planned last November, I was gonna go as Glinda for Halloween. That's why I dyed my hair blonde. And I already had a costume like saved in my Amazon. Like I knew what to get. I was ready. 11 months ago, I decided I was gonna go as Glinda. Then I met Devin, unfortunately. And he was like, we should do a couple's costume. And I was like, oh, sure. He wasn't going to go as Fiero. He's never seen Wicked. So, I'm like, okay, we can think of something else. And it took us so long to figure out something. Eventually, we decided we're going to go as someone from like Sue Storm and Reed Richards from Fantastic Four. Those costumes didn't work out. Then we decided on the Breaking Bad costume. And I was like, and I was fine with it still. I was like, first of all, I've seen 6 episodes of Breaking Bad. This is a you costume. This isn't a me costume, but whatever makes you happy. I didn't even fucking come in. So I was like, do you want to be peanut butter and jelly? He's like, no, I don't want to be peanut butter and jelly. And I was like, I'm going to go walk in the traffic because at this point, I don't know what we're doing. So then we spent an hour at Spirit Halloween, the day of the party, to figure out something else. We ended up going as the devil and the Grim Reaper because I was like, we got nothing. We have nothing. And our costume for this weekend is Spider-Man and then Black Cat because like Black Cat's, she's a Marvel character. It's not like Catwoman. Don't get it confused. So like this is more of a fun costume for me, but I'm frustrated because I didn't get to be the original costume that I wanted to be. And then I didn't get to be the other costume that I was kind of wanting to be. Hannah, I'm pissed.
No, I'm dying. This is so funny to me.
I hate it. I hate it.
I feel for you. I totally feel for you because
I love
would,
Halloween.
oh my God, Amazon would get a tongue lashing
How
from
do you?
me.
I know. I got on the chat and I was like, give me a fucking refund right now. And so I got a refund and they were like, you can keep the costume. And I was like, great, I'll burn it. Like, I'm mad. I'm not going to burn it. I'm going to give it to Sam and Luke because they're going to wear it at the party. But I'm just like, how do you mess up a yellow hazmat suit and send me peanut butter and jelly? What's going on? Anyway, I don't want to talk about it anymore because I'm frustrated. But this weekend's costume is going to be so good. So good. I promise.
We're being the Barden Bellas this weekend, and I'm really excited.
Stop it. I'm obsessed with that.
And I have a mini harmonica and everything.
Okay, you have to send me a photo of that. I'm excited.
Oh, there's going to be a TikTok video.
Amazing. Can't wait. Yeah. Okay, we'll wrap it up there. Thank you for listening to Hannah's baseball update and my Halloween rant. That was very nice of you. Thank you. This has been a recap on Mexico City GP.
We are Track Talk.
Okay, ciao for now.